Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and we are here to talk about the new microphone that we've got. This is pretty different for us, and some social media updates. So this is the Blue Yeti, and you may notice that the voice is a little bit different. I've been mucking around with some of the sound changes, so things are a little more complex than the headphones that I used to wear this with the headphones. So when I had these on, I couldn't really hear things properly, especially when I was doing the stream show and stuff like that. And they're pretty big and bulky, which I wasn't too much of a fan of after wearing them for 3-4 hours time. So, and the last time we had a USB microphone was the old one we had a few years ago, back in the old place, which was, it had the really cheap stand that kept on falling over. Now some of the older fans may remember that, and that was a pain in the butt to use. Then we went back to the old Microsoft headphone, and then we went to the Logitech ones that we've used for pretty much the majority of last year. So this is a really nice get. It's got a few cool features. It's got the volume and the plug for the microphone underneath and all that sort of stuff. And it's also got settings in the front and the gain, which is all the way down in the back, which is okay. Now, one of the cool things is stereo, and let me see if I can change that. See if I can just change that now. So you can hear things from the left side here, which is pretty cool. And then on the other side, you'll hear it on the other headphone or something like that. So the sound is it's a bit weird, isn't it, when you hear it like this and that. So that's how you can change it. Now it's a really big bulky device, because you try to lift it, unlike the old microphone we had a year or two ago. It was pretty big and bulky, so that was something that I wanted to make sure that it would definitely sit and not fall over and have issues, or even a light tap, it's not going to fall over or anything like that, which is really good. So that's some good news to see. And it's a bit big, the microphone, but I think it's fine. I think I'll be happy with the way it is, and I'll sort of get used to it, I suppose. And it's definitely, and the cord is much nicer than the headphone one, which was starting to wrap and bend and sort of twist itself over time, which was really annoying. So that's something to look at too and try to improve on. So that's something that I was really happy about. So hopefully people enjoy it. Now the voice is definitely different that you can hear, and that's something that I'm going to be mucking around with and tweaking in the settings. I'm using a few settings here and there to make it sound a bit more podcasty, a bit more bass in it, which obviously is missing from the headphones. The gaming headphones that I was using, just before, in the last video and all that sort of stuff. So let me know what you think of the voice, and if it's too bassy or it's too, I'm sure that some of the audio fans out there will let me know about that. So on to the other piece for this NNN show. We've been looking at our social media links, and as you know, we've been doing a little bit on Instagram and of course our Discord group. Now for Facebook, I'm going to be shutting down the page and group. Now some people like the group and there's some sort of an attachment to it, but to me it doesn't solve any problems. It's actually pretty useless for me, because out of 90 people in the group, only 10 people get to see any updates or any messages that I post, which means that it's not really effective. And that's something that I've been trying to address and deal with for the last few months. But they're not going to be shutting down straight away. There will be a transitional thing to a Facebook, either two messenger groups. And the first one is the alerts group, which is a pretty exclusive group. To stay in it, you've got to actually watch my streams and not just, turn up once a month or once a fortnight. You got to regularly sort of turn up. I'm not saying every day, people are busy doing their things and stuff like that, but, somewhat regular appearances will help with that alert system. And the other one would be video updates. So when I, post a new pre-recorded video, or mainly the NNN show, I guess that's an important video to watch because of watch time and stuff like that. And hopefully people enjoy that sort of thing. And also to maybe pictures or polls that I can run in the messenger group to get people's ideas on things, and gives me feedback on what we can do with the YouTube show and stuff like that. And also too, there is Discord for people who just want to move over there. We've got 50 members there, about 50 to 55, which is really good. And that's a really good thing. I'm really trying hard not to put my hands on the desk because it will, for example, I know you shouldn't have your microphone on the desk, but I don't have a shock boom or anything like that because our budget's like $13 a month. So that's going to take a while to get. And also there's obviously the spacing issue, which one day I will show off to you. Next month we'll do that. But yeah, there's not a lot of space on this desk, especially when you put on a laptop and the new mic, and you've got a monitor screen here and that. These are not big desks that I own. So it's going to be interesting. But I do hope that you enjoy the new sound. Hopefully it sounds good enough and it's better than the headphones. And I will keep tweaking around with the headphones and to see what you think of it and all that sort of stuff. So fingers crossed that people have enjoyed this new sort of microphone and it sounds better, and I think it will sound good for the stream show too, not having to wear headphones and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all turns out. So that is it for me, and I shall see you next time on Nintendo Ninja News.